It's difficult because there's lots of change very often. It's a lot of unknown, kind of worrying about it a lot, and there's lots of dealing with, missing them and worrying, are they safe, are they okay? And when your parents are in the military, kind of like the whole family's in the military, pretty much. It's really good, I think, that he was in the military because he learned so many different life lessons from it, and it kind of transfers over to the whole family. I think when you are in the military for so long, it has a certain effect on you to where you're very safe, if that's a good way to put it. You're very aware, that's a good word, because when you're in the military and you're at war or something, anything like that, you have to be aware. I can remember sometimes that I spent a lot of time with friends, because having that company, when your parents are gone, it's like losing something more of, and then when you have more company to fill that space, it makes it a lot easier. So I remember I was constantly just with more and more people, making like more friends and just always hanging out. Like I would go over to their house, they'd come over to our house, like we'd go out places. It made it a lot easier because it's kind of like not temporarily filling in for your parents, because I know that can't happen, but it just helps you cope with it more and make it a little bit easier of a transition. As soon as he got back, I'd ask him as many questions as I could about like what was it like there, because I had never been out of the country. But I'd always ask him like tons of questions, just like where he had been, like what it was like who he'd seen, stuff like that, and it just made it more fun because then I got to like know that he was okay there, and I'm not just kind of there all alone. I noticed during junior student to student, when I was in 6th grade, it helped me so much, especially because of the transition from a completely different place to a new town, new friends, like new everything. It helped me so much, and then like once I got to 8th grade, I was like, I want to do that, because I know there's other people who are coming from, knowing Fayetteville, like people coming from completely different states, just transferring into a brand new school. And I think when I did it, it did help though, because I knew how like it affected people and such, and I noticed a lot of the kids that I worked with opened up a lot more by the end of the year. You walk in and you just kind of have to find your way to make more friends and start over, and I'd say the best way is clubs are a great way to get to know people. It helps a lot because then you have something in common. It's not just like, oh, friends, like you have friends, but like that's something you both like.